18 years. Chris possesses elite training skills received from the U.S. Army Ranger, 2nd Battalion, 75th Regiment, and 5th Battalion Special Forces Group. Throughout those 18 years, Chris joined other security companies including Blackwater Security, the Central Intelligence Agency, OSEN Hunter Group, and Nexus Security Consulting. I had the privilege of having watched his presentation last night at Penn's Peak, and he had us mesmerized for 2 hours about how it was. He doesn't hold any punches, he tells it like it is. Please welcome Benghazi hero, Chris Tanto Paranto, to tell us the truth.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey, love you guys. I know, they always say don't get between a politician and a microphone, right? So all the buddy before me went a little bit long, so I got to cut mine a little short. And don't think I'm not going to give you a little bit. Guys, all I want to do is I want to tell you, and I want to make you see, I want to make you feel what we felt, even just a short portion of what went on that night. And I want you to know when this was going on, Hillary Clinton and her minions, they were trying to figure out what uniform to put the Marines in to come help us. So I want you to know what happened. I want to, during the time frame when we were getting hit by mortars, and we've already been in 2 attacks at our annex. We've already fought off the bad guys there at the consulate. 4 attacks we've been on. I remember 5:30 in the morning. I remember seeing my teammates. I remember seeing Ty. Ty, of course, died that night. Roan, he's Navy SEAL, SEAL Team 6. I remember seeing Bub, SEAL Team 3, fantastic guy. I remember seeing Oz, tough Marine. I remember seeing Dave Ubben. I remember watching them. 5:30 in the morning, 9/11, actually it's 9/12/2012 now. I remember watching, and I remember hearing a little, it didn't sound like a mortar. I remember thinking, what was that? What happened? And then it just hit me. It's like, damn, that's a mortar. And I remember getting on the radio, and I went, mortars, and I said, and I remember as soon as I said, take cover, I saw the first one hit. And I'm watching it. I'm not no farther from this stage to where the cameras are, and I saw that first one hit, and I see Tyrone Woods, I see a hero turn and spin with the machine gun, and I see him spin, and I see him hold that trigger down, and he's ripping up terrorists. He's just tearing them up left and right, just going like a laser. And forgive me, I get a little emotional still after 3 years of this. I do. I feel it because we didn't lose anybody in Benghazi, right? I saw it in a debate, right? Hillary said we didn't lose anybody in Benghazi. Right. So I see that mortar hit, and I see that whole team, Bub, Ty, I see Oz, I see Dave Ubben open up, and I'm thinking, gosh, I got to get in this firefight. I got to start shooting. So I start shooting over their heads. And every few seconds after I shoot, I turn around to make sure nobody's attacking us from the rear. And then I see another mortar hit, and I see that one go down. And it doesn't matter how much fire is going on. It doesn't matter how many explosions are going on. You can still hear when somebody's panicking and they think they're going to die because Dave Ubben got hit. I remember him going down. I remember him saying, I'm hit, and I can't replicate that voice. I want you to imagine a friend, a family member, somebody being hit and thinking they're going to lose their life, and that sound that they make when they say, I'm hit. We can't do anything for them. We're in a firefight. Self-aid, Dave, you got to treat yourself. And I see those guys still fighting. Nobody's getting on that compound. This is 5:30. This is our 5th attack that night. After requesting, we're requesting support. We're requesting air support and not getting it. And during this whole time frame, Hillary's deciding, should we put the uniforms in Marines in civilian clothes, or should we put the Marines in uniforms? What should we do? And then I turn around again and I see 3 more mortars hit. And all I see is pixie dust. I see dust. That's what it looks like when I've been fighting for 10 years. I've been going overseas for 10 years at this point. I've seen more than one mortar. And I see those mortars hit, and I see that pixie dust coming down. And I see no team. And I see I can't wrap my head around it. You can never wrap your hand around war. You just can't. And my mind says your team just got turned to dust. And I did drop my head for a second. I did. I went, we can't beat this. We don't got air support. Even though I asked for it at 9:37, even though I asked for it at midnight, and I asked for it at 3 o'clock in the morning. And we have air support all over that place available. I pick my gun back up because God says, get your gun up, Ranger. And I get my gun up and I start shooting again. And I remember Jack still shooting. I remember Boone still in the fight. I think Ty, because of his heroism and because he was just ripping the crap out of those terrorists, they decided it wasn't a probably smart thing to attack anymore. The irony of this whole thing, and a lot of you may not know this unless you've read Trey Gowdy's report, which is very damning. You have to read those whole 600 pages. We got saved by the Gaddafi loyalists. You remember the group that Hillary and Obama said, hey, these are bad guys, we need to take them out? They came and took out that mortar team for us. They saved us. Huh? And I see a true hero get up on that roof, Tig. You guys have probably seen Tig. If you're at the RNC, you've seen John Tig Tigan, big Marine. I see him get up, and I see him get up on that rooftop. Even though there's mortars that are going to be hitting there anytime soon, I see him get up, and I see Oz. Now, Oz and I don't always get along. I'm not going to admit that we do. But I will never question that Marine's toughness. Marines are tough as nails, man. These guys are awesome. And I see that Marine get up, and I see him still try to shoot, and he can't keep his gun up, and I can't figure out what's going on. Why can't he keep that gun up? It's because his arm's blown off. He's got half an arm. And every time he tries to get that gun up, it falls because his arm can't support it, but all he can think of, and I remember asking Oz, I said, what were you thinking, brother? He says, man, I just want to let you guys down. Even though we were getting let down in D.C. because nobody was going to come, because, Benghazi didn't happen, right? There was no battle in Benghazi. That Marine, yeah, dang right. That Marine's getting up because he didn't want to let us down, even though he has half a freaking arm. And I see Tig sit him down, and I see Tig get a tourniquet on Oz. And then 2 of the bodies that we didn't lose in Benghazi. 2 of those bodies, right? We didn't lose anybody in Benghazi. It didn't happen. Ty's dead, fetal position. Bub's dead, face down. Dave Ubin has half his arm. He's sheared off. His leg's at a 90-degree angle. And that Marine gets over there, Tig, and he puts tourniquets on Dave Ubin and saves his life. Now, I only got a short time. That is a touch of what happened in those 13 hours. That's just a minimal thing. That was the last attack. Now, why I get fed up with this? Because we continually have been lied to about what took place in Benghazi. We were continually lied to by the administration, by Hillary Clinton, that nothing could have been done. It's about 8.5 hours after nothing could have been done. But you know what? And this is where we come from, and this is where we're strong. That team there, that team of 2 Navy SEALs, 3 Marines, and a Ranger, we never gave up. We never quit. And that's what this place is about. You never quit. Dang. Yeah. God, man. This is awesome. Awesome. Now I got to get out of here. I got a little bit of time, but all I want to say is there's this man that's going to be coming in after me. His name's Donald Trump. You may have heard of it, right? You may have heard of it. He's not a politician, and that's what makes him right for this job. He believes in this country. He's built this country. He spent his own money building this country. And I'm telling you right now, he will never leave anybody behind. He's not going to do it. Now, you can go ahead and listen to the media. You can go ahead and listen to whoever you want. If you don't want to take the word from a Ranger, you don't want to take the word from 2 Marines, Tig and Oz, and you don't want to take the word from my buddies, the other Marine, D.B. Benton, or Jack Silva, or Ty Wood's wife, or Katie Quigley, which is Glenn Doherty's sister, or Cheryl Bennett, which is Ty Wood's mom. And you don't want to take their word for it? Fine. But you're failing this country if you don't. We believe in this man. You guys need to stand behind him. Keep working hard. Never quit. Get out there and push this tomorrow. Make sure this man's the President of the United States tomorrow. Make sure it happens. All I want to say is God bless you all. I love you all, and thank you for letting me continue to serve your country. Thank you.